the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And we have a very compelling contest here tonight. Two teams in the committee ranked basically even, but one side gets to enjoy a raucous, rowdy home field advantage. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Army Black Knights. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Hurricanes offense going to get the chance to start this game off. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's Burden. Look at this. Taking a shot on the very first play. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
On first down, it's play action. On the run, he'll let it go. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball is not intercepted.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, the script that this offense coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Army's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He bought some time, now lets it go. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. And the Black Knights have 1st and 10 here. They'll run it to the left. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And the Black Knights will have to kick it away. And this will be the first punt for this offense this afternoon. Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They punched it in their last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments? They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback. Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. They'll try the right here. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Short connection by a tight end here. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The completion sets up a second down play. Dropping back, it's Burden. The pass rush closing in. The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And they didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Ball handed to the running back. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the quarterback keeps it here. He's past the marker, still on his feet. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Really a great way to get this game started for this offense. You know, they told us in our production meeting, they thought with certain formations, they'd be able to get this defense out of position and hit them for some big plays.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
On third down, he drops to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Handoff heading left. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami has, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Scanning the field. It's Burden. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. Deep shot caught out of the 20. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Offense begins at the 40 after that penalty. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. This time it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness to it.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown for the U. Just ran away from the defense.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Play action here on first down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Takes the handoff on the counter play. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
And the Black Knights pick up enough for a first down.
And that's a first down here for Army on the ground. Offensive line, look at these guys pushing, doing everything they can to help their back out. This is how you do it when you're Army. You've got to be able to sustain drives and pick up first downs.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's an out route, the catch made, and they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. 28-0. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the Army offense out of the field now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. He's moving out of the pocket now, and he'll be brought down. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
And the returner will be brought down. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Back to throw. It's Burden. And it's caught. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. So second down after the incompletion. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to make a big play downfield. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure.
Got him. He's sacked. Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th if they can't convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Offense tops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy, or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a fourth down. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And here's the return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Heavy pressure, hit as he throws. Catch made way down to the 25. Touchdown, Canes. Strong game by this quarterback.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
If this team can hold on today and win, this pass rush deserves all the credit in the world. They have gotten after this quarterback so many times. Really, every time the opposing offense does something positive, sack just stops any progress.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
Return here from inside the 50. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Now that's called making adjustments at halftime and coming out, believing in those adjustments and attacking a defense. Good job here with the execution and a great throw by the quarterback.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Caught quickly. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Makes a quick catch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Army. They're set now to track PAT. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the same runner's got it again. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important third down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Short throw complete to the tight end. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Let's go.
Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Oh, it is incomplete. They call a screen on first down, but he just dropped it. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this time it's complete.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop on the last possession. Let's see what happens here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. The pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
The Hurricanes line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. 2nd down after that previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And looking to throw now on first down. Makes the catch downfield. An explosive play. Big game. Spotted down near the 37. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Tight end makes the grab. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
First down.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The shotgun handoff here. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Black Knights.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing that you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. You can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown for the U. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football. Or maybe
they've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. And the Black Knights will send their punt team onto the field. See if he can make something happen with the return. The returner is brought down. Gets a starter on the next drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Ball handed off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out.
Here we go.
Hands off to the left. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Hurricanes will line up now. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. That's a second and goal play for the offense. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. And we're able to get him down.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, maybe you hold them to 3 points.
On third and goal, they'll try to run it in. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out. It's a fake. Looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. Well, they gambled there, but it doesn't pay off passing up on the 3 points. Might regret that. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. 2nd down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Pressure is coming. And it's intercepted.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he'll take a sack on the final play. A weird ending, but a very sweet victory. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is